All right, baby. Point to the dog that has the beautiful skin. Okay, good. Point to the dog that has the ugly skin.
This one for sure.
All right, point to the dog that has the beautiful hair.
Oh, this one for sure.
Beautiful dog, beautiful hair. Looks like yours, right?
Yep.
Yep, and mine and mommy's. Point to the dog that has the ugly hair.
This one.
That one for sure. Point to the dog that has a beautiful face.
This.
I agree. And point to the dog that has an ugly face.
Oh.
Point to the dog that is very gorgeous.
This one for sure. He's very gorgeous.
And point to the dog that is hideous.
This.
Good job. Thanks, baby.
Wait, before? See white people? Now you're learning from the school because black people are beautiful and white people. You just jealous because you don't want to admit that we're God's people.
That's right. Well said, baby. Well said.
We are all made in God's image. He made us in His image. No matter what our skin color is, we are all His children. That is a fine example of it is taught in the home. The only reason she would point at the things He was asking her to point out and say the things she was saying is because she is being taught that at home.
At first your comment made me mad, and I've sat on it for a few hours now. And instead of being mad, I just feel bad for you because I'm realizing that just like that little girl in the video, you were probably raised the same way. And that is so sad. I am so sorry that you were raised to believe this. You don't know what I teach in my household, just like I don't know what you teach in your household, but by your statement, it's kind of clear. You don't know what the next person teaches in their household. You don't. I was raised to judge people by how they treat other people, not by their skin color. Because we all bleed the same. We are all made the same. We all die one day. We are all God's children, and we are all created in His image. And I definitely don't teach my kids this. But I'm also in a mixed household. Both of my kids are half white, half Hispanic. And we definitely don't teach them to be hateful. For sure. We do not teach that. We don't condone that. We teach them to be good human beings and defend those who are being bullied or have racial slurs said to them. So I'll pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. And pray for your heart to be softened.
So you changed your hair? What did you do to, what did they say to you?
They keep on calling me mother of pony and telling me I'm a crackhead.
So what did you do to your hair?
I put it in a ponytail because they keep on making fun of it.
And you just got in the car and started crying now? Did you say something to him?
Oh, this boy not supposed to
Come here. Don't worry about them.
Mommy.
You took your buns out? When?
This morning. Why this boy have last names? Reed and Alec.
What are their last names?
Reed Brady and Alec Davis.
Don't cry, my baby, okay? You don't have to change your hair for anything. Is this why you tell me you don't want to have your hair out? Your black hair out?
Because last time when I was in
You gotta put a seatbelt on, baby. What?
When I was Luke, he would make fun of it too. And when I had my hair out.
It's nothing wrong with your hair. Your hair is beautiful.
And they bullies. Don't worry about them bullies. You are beautiful. And they are jealous of you. You don't have to do anything to your hair. Okay? Are they in your class? Both of them? Did you not tell your teacher?
No.
Why?
I was scared to talk.
Why?
What did you say when they were making fun of you?
I ignored them and I went back to my seat.
I fucking hate a bully ass. I hate a bully ass child. I swear to God. I hate that my babies has to come home because y'all nasty children sit there and don't have no respect for the next person. My kids are one of the only black kids in the school, and I have to deal with these type of things. I hate how y'all raise your child.
Dumb child.
Okay, why is she the dumb child?
Because she has black skin.
Show me the mean child. Why is he the mean child?
Because he's brown.
Show me the bad child. Why is he the bad child?
Because he is black.
Show me the ugly child. Why is he the ugly child?
Because he's black.
Show me the child who has the skin color most adults like. And show me the child who has the skin color most adults don't like. Show me the child who has the skin color most girls want. Who has the skin color most girls don't want.
The book of Ecclesiastes 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Giving all praises and glory.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH Hashem, YAHAWASHI Hashem, Wakwa Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Aki and Wahawathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from his final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab going at you with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this whole bias thing, and I'm not going to lie, I saw the full video of this thing. Maybe I don't know if it's a full video, but I saw a lot more to the context of that. And Slakia, what they didn't show you, as a matter of fact, was that it wasn't just white kids that was giving those answers, it was also so-called black kids that were mostly, keyword mostly, giving the similar, if not same, answers as the thing. But then I think, if my memory serves me correctly, the so-called black kids were, when they were saying the negative stuff about the dark-skinned kid in this example, what happened was that at the end, when the woman asked which kid looks most like you, obviously the white kids were like, oh yeah, this is a good kid, I'm the good kid, this, that, and the third, whatever. The black kids would either point at the dark kid that they were just talking poorly about and cry and be sad, or the black kids would just point to the white skinned kid and then try to identify with the white skinned kid rather than identifying with the dark skinned kid that looks closest to them. That was basically their that was how they responded to the thing. It was pretty sad, pretty fucked up, but not necessarily fucked up. It was a good video. It was a good thing to kind of acknowledge and to learn and to know about, because something that isn't really addressed. All right, people don't really address the fact that this is how a lot of Jake grew up. And I'm not gonna lie, even me, I grew up not liking my skin, and I'm not gonna lie, it was primarily due to all these different medias that I was watching, like Dragon Ball Z, all these video games I had played, and all this stuff. Like, there was no black character, and then the one time there was like this whole black character and stuff like that, I wanted to, it was Blade. It was Blade that I wanted to watch, but guess what? I couldn't fucking watch it because at the time I was traumatized by the movie trilogy series Underworld, because all that fucking vampire werewolf shit. Obviously at the time I was a kid and I just thought, oh my god, I'm so scared of this and all that stuff. I was so scared, and people were watching horror movies in my household, and then I just had this fear of all that stuff. And then I heard, Blade, Vampire Slayer, Vampire's gonna be in the movie, so I just don't want to watch it and stuff like that. But then now, obviously, as an adult, I actually have not watched the Blade trilogy yet. I have to get onto that. But aside from that, from what I have seen, Blade is definitely not scary, and my younger self probably would have enjoyed seeing Blade being the whole center of attention and all that shit, which it's so unfortunate that I didn't get the opportunity at the time when I was younger to kind of appreciate these darker skinned characters. And even then, to take it a step further, Slocky, I'm making this about this whole dark skinned characters in media, but I guess it's fitting. Anyway, the thing about that is, when it came to stuff like that, because I don't remember how old I was, but when I was still a kid, Afro Samurai came out. There was that game. It was for PS3 or some shit like that. I don't remember the years, but Afro Samurai come out, and it seemed cool and stuff like that. But again, like, it's a lot of these black things, these black main characters are basically soft locked behind adult stuff. Like, you have to be an adult in order to fully and truly appreciate everything. Like, it's like, as a kid, and that's the thing, I wasn't one of those demon kids that I can take whatever the fuck this, that, and third, or I watch Resident Evil and all that shit. Like, no, I didn't watch that shit. I was afraid of it like any random like any random normal kid would, except for the Edomites. The Edomites are not afraid of that shit. They watch that shit like it's normal or whatever. But anyway, shade aside, the thing about me was that I was just afraid of regular, normal, scary stuff because I didn't have no tolerance to like fear and stuff like that. And as a result of that, again, like all the black main characters were for the most part locked behind, oh, you have to be fucking 17 years old, 18 years old, 19, 20, 25, in your mid 20s or whatever to actually enjoy this stuff and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, well, that seems cool and all, like having the black main characters and stuff like that, but you just fucked all the young kids that just wanted to actually enjoy, the young so-called black kids that wanted to enjoy this stuff. But we did have Static Shock, and I'm trying to remember another one, but I can't. But we did have something like Static Shock, which never got no toys, video games, and all that shit, because again, at the time, it was all about what is marketable to white kids. How do we monetize and make more money off of these media? Static Shock was doing well, not just with so-called black kids, but also with white kids. Apparently, oh my fucking god. Because Static Shock, they said that Static Shock, the show was doing well. Like, it was doing well, and apparently it got mixed in with DC. Like, they added Static Shock into the whole DC universe thing, or whatever the frick it's called, where as a result of that, like, Static was a very big character at the time. He was a very, important character that because people loved him. Obviously, he ain't no Spider-Man, he ain't no Batman and all that shit, but he was definitely like a kind of a cult classic and stuff like that, and very big to people that watch TV at the time. So as a result of that, the main reason I'm kind of bringing all this out is to show that yes, that this is definitely taught in and ingrained in through media and just stuff in general, because again, that's what I learned and stuff like that, and that's how I came to the same conclusion that these kids did kind of do it. And especially with me playing so many video games especially when I was younger, so many different video games, especially when I was younger, I'm over here looking at these characters and saying, oh man, I want to be like this, I want to be like that, and trying to identify and with all these with these characters and stuff like that, like Naruto, fucking Goku, all that stuff. And again, the same common factor is white skin, but again, that does something mentally to someone. And when I was watching this stuff, I saw that this woman got offended by the girl finally being able to be taught by her parents, oh, black is beautiful, white is ugly, which I don't have a problem with that, alright? Although I will say, if you are not of the melanated kind, don't worry about that stuff. This is clearly just for boosting self-confidence and stuff like that, as well as unlearning what they had learned when they were kids, obviously. So if you are watching this video, if you happen to be watching this video for some reason, which I hope so I gotta say hope, but maybe this is one of those times where this video just gets a spike in viewership for I don't know what the fuck reason. But the main thing is that for women that look like, not just women, but so-called kids, women, men, children, whatever, that look like her, that look like they're Edomites, look like they're so-called Chinese, Indian or whatever, all right, just because you are not a so-called black person, or just because your skin is not African American, as they say, or African Canadian, or African North American, whatever, does not mean that you are ugly. All right. The fact of the matter is that, yes, the fact of the matter is that, again, it's just for self-confidence boost in his child, in order to make his child know that she is beautiful. And from me to my so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and diaspora that may look like the other nations like Edomites, Moabites, Ishmaelites, whatever, you are also beautiful in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, and I'll say sure in the eyes of me, but pause if you are a man. But at the same time, no pause, but pause. I'm not saying this in a freaking, weird way. I'm just saying it in a sense of, genuine brother to brother, brother to sister, brother to whatever, love that, you are not ugly. Have some confidence, self-confidence in yourself type shit and whatnot. Slakia for that long-winded thing, but, it's important to know that we are not Israelites based off our skin color. So the only reason why I'm even going out of my way to even say that is because you are an Israelite by your bloodline, not by your appearance. All right. Anyway, continuing on. Luke chapter 6, verse 42. Either how canst thou say to thy brother, brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine eye, when thou thyself beholdest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, cast out first the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye. So this is the thing here, where she had all this stuff to say, and how she was calling out this dude for telling his daughter this, or teaching his daughter this. And yes, I'll admit that he taught his daughter that, absolutely. All right. But at the same time, her people in general, I'm not saying that that's how she was taught it. If she wasn't taught it, good for her, fine, I don't care. But that does not disqualify the fact of what we just saw. All right, where look at what these kids were saying. All these kids were in general agreement that, the black kid is the bad and stuff like that. So all that shit that she was trying to say, we need to come together, this, and the third, and all that crap, like, no, we're not pretending. We're not going to pretend like that the so-called black man is wrong for teaching his daughter the complete opposite of what Esau basically ingrained and subtly taught us and our people. All right. So yes, they did teach that. Or Esau did teach that. All right. Continuing on, Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Basically, the thing here is that because of their perpetual hatred, because they do not like us, because YAHAWASHI put it in their spirit to hate us, and this is the end result where you get this stuff like this, where you get the end result of hating us. You get the end result of we're viewed as so negatively. All right, inherently. Okay, they don't even need to say it. They do, sometimes they do say it. Sometimes they, whatever. But yes, our people are viewed negatively. And honestly, if she actually was about that whole unity shit, she would not be going out of her way to be talking this way. She would be, she would know and be sincere and honest in acknowledging that yes, this has happened the other way around, and that it needs to be fixed for in so-called black children's minds. All right, that they are beautiful as well. If not, they are beautiful. All right. 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 11, and for this cause Yahawadah shall send them strong illusion that they should believe a lie. And this is the thing here, that for us, Esau is taught, or it's like Esau teaches that their people are the best, their people are number one, when in actuality they're jealous. That's why they go fucking tanning and shit. So bear with me one moment. So as I was saying, what was I saying? So Esau basically goes tanning and shit. So this is their skin, and it's like that was one of the things where they were saying. One of the girls had said, "What skin do women most?" Oh, here.
Child who has the skin color most girls want.
So this is that whole tanning. What the fuck?
Adults don't like. Show me the child who has the skin color most girls want.
See, so yeah, that was, I just thought that was kind of funny, where the whole absolute paleness or the whitest that they can be was not chosen, because again, like it's not good, and they know that, and it's also biologically it fucks with their skin as well. But I will say again, at the end of the day, if your skin is like that, you don't have to worry about some bullshit on trying to change yourself, because at the end of the day, every person has their preferences type shit, and the Lord loves you as long as you're an Israelite by blood. It's your blood that determines if the Lord loves you or not. If the Lord blessed you with the blood of the Israelites, then the Lord loves you. If you don't have the blood of the Israelites, then you're fucked. All right. Amos chapter 1 verse 9. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant. And this is the thing here where, we're supposed to be unified, and this is the thing here from this Edomite woman. She expects unity. She doesn't want so-called black kids learning to think the same way that her people think, but yet look, their people ain't never remembered the thing. Where's you? Did she go speaking out against white people, or did she only speak out against so-called black people? Because there's way more red devils that are going out trying to attack us than there are black people trying to have some form of self-love. All right, so it's actually crazy that she went out of her way to make a video on that. Like that's crazy, and that definitely goes to show her mindset. And her Hosea 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So basically, this is the thing here where when it comes to YAHAWAH, they chose to abandon YAHAWAH, and they are not knowledgeable in the general things and stuff like that. So this is the end result of it, where the end result is our people think that Esau is the greatest and all that stuff, and they don't know that we are YAHAWAH's chosen people. So with that, I pray the system was edifying. I'm going to give, let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh yeah, Slovakia. So yeah, that was actually one of the things here.
I agree. And point to the dog that has
This one for sure. Wait, before? See white people? Now you're learning from the school, because black people are beautiful and white people. You just jealous because you don't want to admit that we're God's people.
That's right. Well,
are beautiful and white people. You just
So yeah, it was there was also that where, you know, our people are Slakia. Our people are growing in knowledge, but it is not as widespread. It is still very scarce. And again, like I guess 20 years ago, it was not as known, or hell, not even 20 years ago, but more than that, where our people are starting to realize that, yeah, like this is a sad reality of it, where like things is tough out here, right? Like we're still struggling, we're still suffering in this horrible ass system, and we're still viewed as poorly because of this system that is made for us to fail. All right, I actually saw a video about that just yesterday. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone of Bible, Shalom.